9 mean things a lot of women does to their partner without knowing that it's very wrong or actually very mean of them. Hi guys, my name is Asobi South and I'm here this afternoon to let you know that these things I'm about to mention, it's very wrong and very mean of you. So if you are doing any of these, kindly retrieve your steps, right? Number one is stealing from your partner. Yes, a lot of women a lot of women out there are guilty of this particular one. You steals from your partner. Why do I call it stealing? Because in most cases, when you ask the ladies, they will be like, my husband's money is my money. Yes, of course, nobody is disputing that fact. Yes, we all understood the fact that you are your husband and your husband is you. But the question is, when you took that money, was your husband aware? He probably went to take his bath. He stepped out from the room, and then you sneakily went into his wardrobe, into his pocket, into his bag, and then you took his money. In some cases, when he finally found out that money is missing from there, instead of you to actually apologize, you will make a thing, a very big thing out of it by what? Nagging and fighting the man. You will now rain all the abuse in the whole world on him. Because it's me, you don't want to give me money. But the right thing is actually for you to ask. The right thing is actually for you to plead for that money and not for you to go and take it without his consent. Any money you collected from your husband's pocket without his notice, without his approval, my sister, it's called stealing. Regardless of whether he's your husband or not, whatever you took, whatever that is not yours that you took, without the owner asking you to take it or being aware that you actually took that in, my sister, it's called stealing. Yes. No matter how you want to define it, it's still the same meaning. Mind you that that money might be kept there for something very serious, for something that was going to like help the entire family, something that was going to lift the entire family, and then you went and steal it and probably use it for something that is not even important. You have ended up delaying the progress of the family the more. Do you understand? These are the things you have to put into consideration. Even though that when you ask, he doesn't give you. Don't always look at it that my husband doesn't want to give me money. Why don't you look at it like, I think this man is planning something bigger for us, for me, for the children, for the family. Do you understand? Sometimes men silently want to gather themselves. Sometimes it's not that they don't want to give you money. It's simply because the things around them is too big. It's weighing them. When they actually spend as you wishes, it's going to draw them back. And no man in this life wants to fail in their responsibilities. Every man wants to always meet up with their responsibilities. This is the reason sometimes when you ask your partner, your husband for money, they will be like, I don't have, or I will give you so time, or this is the amount I can be able to afford for now. So ladies, whatever your reasons for stealing from your man is, I want you to know this afternoon that is totally wrong, and stealing is stealing, right? Number two is denying him of his conjugal entitlement. So many ladies out there uses this as a tool to punish their husband. Maybe when there is a little misunderstanding, you always want to be like, when the night come now, you will come and you come and touch my ekus, let me see. Listen, as a woman, this is very, very wrong. If anytime you have a little misunderstanding with your man, or you ask him for something which he cannot provide at that moment, and you feel that the only way for you to get back at him is by not allowing him to perform his conjugal entitlement, my sister, it is very, very wrong. In the sight of God, yes, Bible condemns it. It is also very, very wrong traditionally. Yes, as a woman, you're supposed to be abaza. That is what you're supposed to be. Once they call you, you answer. This is your duty as a woman, as a wife. You don't have any right to deny your husband of his conjugal entitlement. Yes, It's very, very wrong. Apart from it being wrong in the sight of God and traditionally, this can push a man into what he has never thought of doing since he embarked on that marriage with you. If you are this type of woman that wants any little exchange of works occurs in your home, you just say, you lion pants. You lion pants. Remember that now, there are so many Oloshos out there. And once you push him out, bringing him in is going to be very difficult. The only reason why you should not perform your duty as a wife is if you are not well. Like if you are sick. That is well understandable. And I'm very sure that your partner, your husband would also understand it. Apart from that, using any other excuse like I begged you for money or you screamed at me, this or that, it's very, very wrong. It's totally wrong. And mind you that when you finally pushes him out, you will also be the one to cry at last. So be very, very careful, right? Number three is using his conditions to insult him. Like using his physical challenges to insult him. Maybe your man has a small cucumber or he's having any health condition that is not allowing him to perform his duties well. Instead of you as the support system which you are meant to be, which is the reason God puts you in that man's life, rather you will choose to be the reason why that man will leave this earth unannounced. My sister, the moment you begin to insult your man with their physical challenges, you are practically killing this man. Yes. What you're supposed to do is to always encourage him. Let him know that he is not different from other men. That as a matter of fact, that he is the best. Every man that is facing through one challenges in their life needs an encouragement and not an embarrassment. But so many women out there has turned the encouragement they're supposed to give to their men into an embarrassment. You constantly remind him that he is a vegetable, that he cannot perform. And it's not like he cannot perform because he doesn't want to perform. You yourself knows that his reason for not performing is due to his health condition. You yourself knew that the reason things are going the way it's going is because of his small cucumber, which you knew that he is not the one that created himself. He found himself this way. You met him that way. You accept to marry him that way. Why then are you using his conditions to insult him? Do you understand? These are the things that kills a man easily. You constantly remind your man that his mates are doing better than him. Stop the comparison. It's not necessary. Yes. That person that you think is doing better than your husband, have you taken your time to go closer? This person might have something, a very big problem that is eating them up. But when you see them well dressed and smiling, you wouldn't know what they pass through in their houses. You wouldn't know what this person sees. Some of them does not even sleep at night. Some of them has to take drugs, pills, for them to go to bed, for them to be able to sleep. But your husband comes home with the little hustling he did for the day, the little achievement he did for the day. He comes home, he feeds you, he feeds the children. He sleeps peacefully. But yet you want him to become Dangote overnight. Ladies, it is wrong, right? So number 4 is demanding too much from a man. Some women are fond of demanding unnecessarily from their men. I don't know. Sometimes, could you just put yourself in this man's shoe and ask this question? If I am the one spending all this money on clothing, on shoes, on hair, expensive ones at that. How am I going to feel? Because most times when you ask your man for money and then he goes like, I don't have, or even when he gets angry, yes, he can get angry because a hungry man is an angry man. When a man is not getting as much as he is spending, he will be getting angry when you ask, especially when you continually ask them for this money. Every reasonable, sensible, intelligent, beautiful wife out there should know their husband's capability. Ndị Igbo boys na ebe aka lụrụ nwanyị ka ọ na-atụkwasị di ya. You already knows that this is the limit your husband can go when it comes to financial aspect. But yet, you will keep on requesting something you know is bigger than this man. Is not fair. Remember that mmiri dolu neju odolu wanketa. So when the times come, when you are done misusing the money, when you are done requesting something you know it's bigger than your husband from him, and the man is doing all this just for peace to reign. But then, when you end up misusing the money, be ready to answer to your children why they can no longer eat 3 square meal, why you can no longer afford to pay their school fees when the time comes. The wisest woman buildeth her home when the foolish one destroyeth it. Number 5. Number 5 is laying curses on your husband. Remember that there is power in the tongue. Yes. Ọnụ ka eji edozi ife, ọnụ ka eji emebi ife. There is power in the tongue. And remember that as a wife, it's very necessary that whatever comes out of your mouth towards your man should be filled with blessings. The moment you begin to lay curse on your husband, hey, my sister, things is going to fall apart. When you have little misunderstanding with your husband, in fact, regardless of how big or little the misunderstanding is, avoid laying curses on your husband. Avoid it, because your husband's inability to make it in life could be because of those curses you laid on him the day you guys were fighting. Yes, and this is the reason I always advise we ladies, because I also include myself. When you are angry, the things you said that moment, you should account for them. Be careful of them. Do not just open your mouth and be talking because you are talking. You might say these things because you are angry, but there is power in the tongue. You tell your husband that you will never make it in this life. You see, you will die. You got 1 week. These are powerful. They are powerful. Likewise, the men, the same thing is applicable. Mind what you say to your partner in the name of being angry. Our tongue should be filled with blessings when it comes to our men. Yes, if you're angry and you know that once you open your mouth, no motobuchie goes on, you will not make it, that will be coming out from your mind. You rather keep quiet. Keep quiet. I'm telling you the gospel truth, because this thing is holding back a lot of men today. You see these curses, because the worst part of it is that so many women does not even know that after you have lay curse on your husband or on your wife, that it is also very necessary that you revise. It's very necessary that you revise. It's very necessary that when you guys comes back to your senses, you come together and pray against it. And it's even very much better that you avoid it entirely. But in the case that it happens, because anger can make it happen, make sure you always pray against it, revise it, because those curses, those things, especially for women, a woman that is being given to you has the power to destroy you. Yes, destroying you. I don't mean physically, things that comes out from her mind, the kind of thought, if Chenobia is capable of destroying a man. So as a woman, you have a power to build your man. So instead of destroying your mind, kindly build this man. Stop laying curses on your husband when you guys are having misunderstanding, because that's thing you are projecting to him. When it comes, it's still the both of you that will suffer it. If your husband is not progressing, itako fina. Do you understand? Your choice of words when you're having misunderstanding with your man matters a lot, right? Number six is never you for any reason turn your children against their father. So many women are guilty of this. Every little misunderstanding, you are speaking ill of your husband in front of the children. You are turning your children against their father. It is very wrong. Go and read the story of Isaac, Esau, Jacob, Rebecca in the Bible. Did you see how tricky Rebecca was just to get the blessings of his husband for his son? This alone will tell you that you cannot deal without the blessings of your father. And this is the reason when a traditional marriage is being held, they always look for your father to be the one to bless you, to give you the blessings that follows you to your home, to your new home. When your daddy is not there, they don't call your mother, do they? They have never asked your mother to give you the blessing. Because as a woman, God did not give us the power to bless. If your father is not there, they will look for your elder brother to come and replace your father or your uncle. Is this not ringing a bell to you? And this is also the reason whenever your father lay any curse on you, go and wake TB Joshua from death. He can never revise 6. Yes, it is very powerful, the blessings of a father. The same thing is applicable to when your father curses you. Be careful, every woman out there, be careful not to be that person that will push your son into missing or losing his father's blessing. Even though you are no longer in talking terms, in good times, you are no longer living together with this man. His children remains his children. Not for any reason should you turn your children against their father. Right? Number 7. Number 7 is abusing your husband's parents. Yes. Our mouth is very, very bad. We often abuse our husband's parents, thinking that we are doing the right thing, or out of anger, you abuse your husband's parents. Let me tell you something, especially your mother-in-law. Every man out there loves their mother. Men does not joke with their mother. When you abuse your husband's mother, it makes them bleed in their heart. In as much as your husband loves you and would not want any harm to come to you, this is the same way your husband loves his mom and wouldn't want any harm also to come to his mom. Yes. Even though they knew that their mother is a bad cook, they always want to cover their mom up. If you, for any reason, insult your mother-in-law, just begin to know today that your husbands are not happy about it. They prefer it that every insult you want to insult them should go directly to them. You should please not include their parents, especially their mom. You think that everything your mother-in-law is doing to you think your husband doesn't know about it. He knows. All the ill treatment your mother-in-law is giving you, all the basbos, he knows about it. But because the fact that she is his mother, there is limit to the things he can do. That is one thing I want to, even you as a woman, you don't take it lightly to anybody that insults your parents. It's a very wrong thing to do. Parents should be respected. Our parents should be respected. Whatever we are doing, whatever form of insult you want to lay on your husband, you want to abuse your wife, our parents should be able to stay off it. Let's stop including these people. They should be respected in the highest order. Number 8 is, never you for any reason cheat on your man. I know so many women out there will be like, what about the men? Listen, as a woman, remember that you are the womb of creation. Yes. Once you cheat, all your seed will be contaminated, including the words of your mouth. That is to say, including the prayers you say to your man. All these things will be condemned. It will be messed up. That is why, you know that the men are polygamous in nature, which does not mean they should go and lying on a skirt. That is not what I'm talking about. But I'm simply talking to you as a woman to know that it might be very easy for a man to cheat and go scot-free. But it's not easy for you as a woman, as a wife and a mother, to cheat. Your own comes with a lot of damages. A lot of damages. It will stop the man's progress. It will stop you also from being a good mother. Because when you are going about there looking for amu egala, you will not have the zeal again to take good care of your children. It will affect your prayer life. When you no longer pray for your children and your husband, waiting you gain. Do you understand? There won't be peace in your home. There is a lot of disadvantages when a woman is cheating. A man can go out there and cheat, still come home, maintain the quietness, the peace, the everything in his home. But once a woman begins to cheat, it looks like the whole of the house is smelling amu amu. Because everything will completely turn upside down. Your prayer life, your children will look so unkept because you don't have time anymore. Even when you have nanny and all that, there is nothing like the love and care of a mother. It's very important. Your prayer life will be affected. The love you share with your family, especially your husband, will be affected. The man's business progress will be affected. So, women, please, I know these things are not easy because as you are getting married today, tomorrow you might see somebody you also love. Spec, they finish for market. Yes, that your husband is your spec. You can still find another of your spec out there. What matters is your ability to hold yourself. Your ability to tell yourself, no, I have gotten to the junction where I can no longer misbehave. Please, mothers, I beg on all of us. Number 9. So number 9 is always waiting for your man before you can attend to emergencies. This is very wrong, especially when it comes to do with your children. So many women has their own personal money. Maybe you're doing a little business or you are saving from the pocket money your husband is giving to you. In fact, any means, as long as you have the means of attending to your child. When your child is sick, you cannot buy Panadol. You cannot take the child to the nearest pharmacy or hospital to at least give the child first aid while you wait for your husband. You rather cover him. The child will be shaking. You'll be putting water in the bucket and towel and be pressing on his or her head, assuring him or her that the father will soon be back. And now don't worry. Okumago, is 15 minutes past 7. Before 8 o'clock, your father will be here. Before 8 o'clock. So many women, so many kids have died due to negligence. Ladies, this is very bad. If anything happens to that child, even if your husband is not mad at you, heaven will be mad at you. Yes. I am not talking about women that you're cooking ofumagiwewu, or you don't have salt. You quickly rush to your neighbor's shop. You pick salt. You pick Maggi. You will tell your neighbor that your husband will come and pay when he comes back. How much is salt and Maggi? These things are very bad. Don't always wait for your man to attend to emergencies. It's very wrong. There are some emergencies that is meant for you to attend to as a helping hand. Yes, as the second in command. There are some emergencies that you should not wait for him to attend to, because they could spoil things before he get back. Do you understand? I love you, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Please, if you understood anything or learned anything from my teachings today, kindly do me a favor by sharing this video. Remember, you can contact me for all kind of adverts and birthday shout-outs, and I will definitely give you my best, right? Stay blessed, my people. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.